basis for council to make decisions. That's the background of the report.
Okay. Martin?
Recommendation, preferred options, however you want to say it. We do ask staff to prepare as many options and come out with a logical, from their perspective, recommendation, and I agree with that. What we're afraid of is becoming the talking heads, or basically just the rubber stamp. That's what everybody's scared of.
I don't think there's a
No, but
chance of this
no,
council.
but it's called perception.
That's true.
You said earlier that perception is everything.
It is. Perception is reality.
So if there aren't any other options, that will be explained within the report why there can't be any other options, and it's like, this is the only way you can possibly go because of this and this. Or we can ask. Options are always good to have on there. I don't mind the term recommendation. I feel comfortable with it, to tell you the truth. So
It's always been a part of any municipality that I've been involved with, and it's always been helpful in providing the. Again, part of that recommendation is getting the motions correct. Part of that is getting a clear. Dave?
I think this just, recommendation just closes the communication cycle. We ask the staff for the report, they come back and say, we could ask them for this is what we come up with, here you go. And then if we want to, as a council, we can go right back to that cycle again and say, hey, no, we want this now. And that's what, it's just a closure. The recommendation is a closure for us so that when we come time to council meeting, we've got a focused item to look at versus still looking at a broad.
here's one question, here's one question.
John?
That's why earlier when we were talking about stuff that comes through delegations and making the form of that, I wanted recommendations in there as well. One of the things that I was 3 months in when I came back on council talking to Sean one day about one issue where he gave an excellent report to us, and he said, he said to me just over there, did you notice there was no debate? And I'm going, yeah, I know, not a word. I was like completely freaked because no debate, and he had written a very, we won't say controversial, but he did a few of the pokies, you know, there was a few things there that encouraged some debate. Nothing happened, right? So I don't think, we don't have to worry about that on this council. No. I think what we need is the full respect for the reporting mechanisms, and we continue on, and I think it's an excellent system we have in place now. We just need to debate better, that's all.
Elizabeth?
Perhaps council would appreciate the idea that if there is in fact multiple options for a specific issue, that we just leave it for council review as opposed to selecting one of the options. Just leave it open and say, you discuss it, you evaluate which one of the options you want. If it really looks like there's really only one option that's acceptable, then you can recommend it. That makes sense. But if there's multiple, and that's where the Canadian Tire situation is the next example. They didn't specifically tell us what we should do.
That was good.
And that was good, because we did come to a conclusion, and that was ideal. So.
We didn't kill each other.
Okay.
No, carry on.
Yes.
Yep. Organizational protocols.
It's excellent.
It's getting late.
Okay.
In writing.
Appointment to boards. Anybody want to move to a different board?
It's not 2 years, it's a 2-year thing, isn't it?
This was a protocol issue. Usually the mayor will ask each member which boards that they are interested in, but he would make the recommended appointments. You look at it as a bylaw, you make the final decision, but are you okay with that the mayor?
Is that in writing?
Here.
Is that in writing somewhere where it is somewhere, isn't it? Where it's in writing that the mayor makes that? I don't think it is. Why don't we put it in writing that says, and decide on a 2-year term or whatever, so that there's no question about here's what happens, and I have no problem with going with. But I think it'd be nice to see a 2-year term or reviewed annually or whatever.
I think when we set things up, I suggested that it be 2 years, and we review it in 2 years.
I think 2 years is a good.
I think that's
But I'm
reasonable.
not opposed if somebody really doesn't like being on whatever they're on, and
What if we don't like somebody else being on the board?
we can do that too. Lori's not here. Do you want to take her off?
The last one before we're reviewing, discuss, and I know committees has moved down there, is just meeting with developers or anybody, if you feel that staff could help you, we'd be more than pleased to go with you. Sometimes, it's nice to have another perspective, so if after the meeting somebody says, well, they told us this, is that exactly correct? You can say, well, not exactly
go check it out with the staff, and now we go to staff first and say, this is happening, they'd like to meet, would you meet? And we have met with the staff, and it's amazing how, I don't think we've ever had a question to what the staff was, or, in fact, I saw the last two, and have you ever resolved that yet, that Patty, the suggestions you made? No, we're not doing that, we decided we're not gonna spend money, and so, truthfully, this is, put it in writing, put it in writing.
Personal policy is,
Yeah.
I don't go to a meeting with a developer unless I have.
So it protects you, too.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
It does actually, I was gonna put that in there, but yeah.
To be fair, like a guy said that he was part of my board, came to my door one day, right, and that's, but I made sure everybody knew what was going on with that thing and, with all that, so he happened to be a developer, and he had a specific goal, and fair enough, I had a chat, and that's just part of what you're doing as a councillor, right?
I don't think that
How did you know you drank rum?
limiting those casual
So
conversations.
it's around town.
No,
No.
somebody wants to talk about an issue, they just want to talk about
Very
it.
specific plan that.
I'm there with Patty.
Oh, really?
Set up a meeting, aware of what's going on.
That's your responsibility.
We'll do every attempt to, I notified Dave, I had a meeting with the developer, with his board, and talked to him.
It's good, all right.
Okay. We have, we discussed the role of the mayor, role of council staff. There is, Elizabeth has requested that there be a notice of motion to deal with at this meeting.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I can't discuss this one.
Well, it just really doesn't take too long, actually. It's maybe 2
Don't we
minutes.
do the
Quickly,
second?
2 minutes?
Okay.
So.
This wasn't on the agenda,
So when,
this wasn't part of the, purpose of the meeting, so Elizabeth has asked that it be here,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
talked about it today. So
Yes.
I guess it's up to council.
I just didn't know if this was the one, and this is for my clarification for the future, is this something that council would with the 2/3 vote say it's an emergent issue, is this when it comes?
Well, kind of on a point of order, from the meeting this morning, I don't know whether that is applicable now, because we're now into a new round of, so I really don't think we could rule on that right now, because we have to let this, the latest tri-municipal board direction take its course. And so we're now going into discussion with Blue Water and lawyers and staff, and so I don't know how we could rule on that.
Actually, push it for Monday.
Actually, can I just make a clarification there, because I understand that. So some of the whereas and some of the supporting material has changed. I understand that. But I just wrote a few thoughts so that, but the final motion itself would be generally the same still. So, but it does make reference to the changes of the law. So if I could just read this, I'd be grateful, because it is emergent, it is time sensitive. We are under some stress here for making decisions, so.
What's council's decision? Are they gonna deal with this? It wasn't advertised that this was part of the meeting.
We have a meeting next Monday.
We have a meeting on Monday, and I think the notice of motion is on the, will be on for next Monday.
It is in the money one currently.
Yeah.
It was asked to be brought forward to this.
John?
Point of order, did you just say that parts of this are now, they disappeared, whereas?
Some of the supporting details have changed because of the municipal, yes.
So could we, because of that fact, could we not use this as we just passed a notice of motion for next Monday's meeting, and then get rid of the ones and have the clear one for Carol?
The only problem is that we could very likely, we'll have to make a decision on this matter, right? On Monday night, it's gonna be made. So,
Looks
the
good.
point is that we, if I leave it till new business at the end, the decision's made. So it's irrelevant, right? And so,
I'm sorry, you said the decision would be made on Monday night. Is it
Well, we have
around
to-
yours, or?
no, the whole issue's probably, we have to make some
On
big
the sewer board?
decisions. Things related to the tri-municipal board, we'll have to make decisions before December 30th or January 30th.
Yeah, no, sure.
Yes, and we really don't have any other meetings scheduled beyond the 23rd. So we'd have to, unless we have a special meeting, and we may or may not, who knows, we may make the decision on the 23rd. And if that's the event, this would be, if it's brought up under new business,